How are you? Welcome again. Um, I've decided to dumb it down these videos because I discovered something very interesting that if you focus too much on the serious stuff, on the important stuff, nobody really cares. But if you focus on the dumb it down stuff, useless stuff, everybody's interested in useless stuff or close to useless stuff or appetizing stuff that is entertaining but not transformative. Okay. Sometimes it can be transformative, but okay. Let me just say we do not want to be talking about big projects that God is doing in any country with big people or whatever, because I find that it intimidates a lot of people. I've discovered that there's a certain dynamic in the human psyche that is very important to note if you want to be influential. It is that people do not generally like to see someone succeed. They don't want to see anyone better than them. They do not want to be reminded of their faults, whether you remind them directly or even indirectly. Because I've noticed that as you excel as a person, it doesn't matter what you're doing, as you excel, there is people that are watching you excel. And some of the reasons why, so as you excel, they don't like it because you indirectly highlight their failures. And they don't like that. That's why you get jealous people. And I've realized that on this channel we've been busy with very big ticket items coming from a very small person. You see, if I was Benny Hinn prophesying about nations, presidents, everybody will believe because it is befitting of a big prophet like Benny Hinn to prophesy about presidents. But it is not befitting for a waiter, okay, in a foreign country without money to be telling us about what the president of the United States is going to die or whatever. God said this about the queen. You get what I'm talking about? It doesn't rub well in the psyche of people. People expect me to come and have a YouTube channel and talk about my poverty and how useless I am and how going nowhere I am. And then it makes like, yeah, we see you are poor, you're a black foreigner, a Zimbabwean. You can never amount to anything, and you are right by accepting that you will never amount to anything, and you should stop prophesying. Hey, this other guy, whom I really like because he likes to comment on my videos, I can't remember his name. Is it Stop Talking About Finance? Okay. Now I'm thinking people generally believe that they can limit you. They can tell you that we can talk about this, but we can't talk about that. I realize that people like to disqualify people, and they put people in a box, and you as an individual, you might end up actually believing them, you know, and be limited because people put limits to you. Do you understand? So all I'm saying is that I'm dumbing down the channel. If I were to say something too clever, I would say it in a very dumbed down way for the sake of my audience, because I'm seeing a lot of spirits that arise for different reasons. You know, that maybe the one speaking is not intending to arise from within people. I've realized that the advice I can give to anyone in life, not that I am worth giving any advice anyway, I'm just also broke, miserable, in a foreign country anyway. I don't have much advice, but I can say that I hear people say you must keep quiet when you want to do something, or because people will be envious and try to destroy you or whatever. I get the thinking behind that, because a lot of your enemies, they don't come solely because they hate you initially. They come because you begin to try to achieve something that they've always wanted to achieve as well, but they've never started. Okay, maybe they were too scared to do something, and then they see that you are not scared to do it. Therefore, they get jealous that why are you doing what I cannot do? What I've always wanted to do, but but I couldn't do it. So what they do is that because of their own internal conflict, they begin to fight you. They begin to be jealous of you. Understand? And that jealous of you isn't about you. It's about them. Their own weaknesses, their own failure of dealing with their own realities. Therefore, they look at your reality and they feel like your reality is an offense to them, to their reality. So one thing I started talking about in this video is that uh, people expect less from you once they put you in that box that you are less, and they only expect more from you if they put you in that box where you are more. As I said, that if I was TD Jakes, or I was, those big American preachers, Joel Austin, and I prophesy exactly the things that I said in this video, everybody will believe, because they believe that they believe that God regards them as top men of God or top prophets or whatever. And because in their minds, a black man from Africa who is from a country like Zimbabwe, I mean, like, what is that? And even in Zimbabwe, just one of those useless tribes in Zimbabwe. I mean, because people put you in that box and they think that they are better than you, they believe that also even God thinks that they are better than you. People in their biases, I've realized, they think that God is in line with their biases, and they think that God respects their biases, you know. If you think that your tribe is better than other people's tribes, you think that God also thinks so. And if God has got a solution, He's going to bring somebody from your tribe because you think that you are better. And you think that God also thinks the same way. But isn't it amazing when you read the Bible that Jesus came from a region from which the Bible says nothing good ever came out of Nazareth? You understand? Yet he became the savior of the world. So I think the dichotomy is that when God brings an answer, He doesn't always bring the answer from where you expect. It doesn't come from this top level person or top level idea that you have. It can come from the last place that we expect. And the last place we expect is the place that you delela. What is delela in English? I do not know. You can Google it. The people that you delela, the place that you delela, is the one that God is going to use. Imagine if you had to find a cure for this pandemic, or let's just say for cancer, and you are a young girl from Malawi. Nobody in the world would believe in you. They expect it to come from a white woman or white man in the United States. Then they'll be like, yeah, the Americans found the cure for cancer. It works because it's from America. But if you're from Malawi, Tanzania, even the people from your own country will not even believe in you because they themselves don't even believe in themselves. Understand? If you are coming from a small tribe, even the people in your own tribe won't believe in you because they themselves are suffering from the same disease of low self-esteem. They don't believe in themselves. Therefore, they don't think that the best can come out of them because themselves they have lost hope. So that's why you discover that the first people that attack you in your journey to success is your friends and your family and those of your own people. Because usually your own people have a very low self-esteem, such that the things that you try to achieve, they have thought of those things and they have discovered that those things cannot be done. But when you come around and you say that no, they can be done, when they fight you, it's because you are going against their preconceived idea that that thing can be done. So by saying it can be done, you are saying that they are fools. Do you understand? And then they become your enemy. So, so it's not like they hate you. It's just that they've got this internal conflict. Because they say, we as a people, we have established that we can only achieve up to this level. We cannot break through. Everybody has tried it, they've not been able to break through. So when you come and say, let us break through, they'll be like, no, we've been trying to break through. No breakthrough comes. Therefore, sometimes when they fight you, they'll be fighting you because they think that they are protecting you or doing you a favor of embarrassing yourself. In fact, in reality, they actually do want you to embarrass yourself. And when you meet a hiccup or whatever, something that stalls you or a blockage, they will tell you that look at this embarrassment. We told you it cannot be done. Okay, but since you are someone who never gives up anyway, because you have got a higher mindset than them, you believe stuff can be done, even though they believe that stuff cannot be done because they have lost esteem. So they will laugh at you and say that, you see, we told you this thing doesn't work, but you're going to dust yourself up and try again until it succeeds. And as you try again, they will always try. They will always come up against you. And as they see you moving, a time comes when they stop attacking you. They start watching. And they'll be confused because half of them, the half wants to see you succeed. because they know that once you break through, you're breaking through for all of us. So half of them wants you to succeed, and the other half still is full of jealousy and envy, because once you succeed, you will reveal that they are weak. Or that is what they think. So it's difficult, really, this thing. And I discovered that the easy way to do it is to just do it, as Nike said it. Just do what you do. Don't worry about what they say or how they feel, because they will never get to understand it, even themselves. Especially comes from this fact that people really think that they are better than you. I've realized that as a poor person, me coming from a poor background, coming from a poor country, coming from a tribe that is not even a tribe in my own country, nobody really looks at us as anything. Nobody expects anything come from us. As I have been working also my success in ministry, in politics, in business, and I'm coming against people and all of these struggles, I realize I'm beginning to see this theme coming back over and over again. The theme of people putting you in a box, looking at your background. Where are you from? What language do you speak? What color are you? Therefore, they put a score that because of that, you are supposed to be in this place. You are supposed to know your place. You see, this world that we live in is a world that is built on people who believe that you must know your place. You understand? White people believe that they are there on top, and even other people believe so. Even black people and colors and Indians, they all believe that white people are on top. So if you get into a room with 10 black men and one white man, the white man automatically thinks that he is better than the rest of the 10 black people, owing from the fact that he is white. And probably the 10 black men also would think that the white man is better than them. So they'll be like, oh, so what must we do now? They will all look at the white guy, hoping that the white guy is going to come with an answer, because they believe that he is there and they are black, they must know their place. You understand? So even with tribes, with black people's tribes, there is tribes and nations, tribes that think that they are better than other tribes. You understand? So if you don't come from that tribe, the people of that tribe first look at you, oh, where are you from? You tell them. Already they've judged you. They will tell you, in their mind, they've already finished, put a conclusion that you cannot know better than me because of the tribe that you are coming from. You hear what I'm talking about? I talk about me. In my own country, I'm from one of the least tribes. Okay? Even in my country, I deal with other people from other tribes. I also realize that when I deal with them, they look at me and they think, there's nothing you can tell us. We are better. We are of a better tribe. You know, even if you're a foreigner, when you're in a certain country, the people of that country, they themselves, they think that they are better than foreigners. So they will tell you like, you are a foreigner. What do you know? We are better than you. Nothing can come from you. You understand? So I see this playing within races. That is why you have these things where like we have, oh, so and so is celebrated to be the first black person to win this, the first black person to achieve that. I don't believe in that, because it 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 reinforces that culture that certain other tribes are better. Therefore, if you're the first black person to win a Grammy, it's like the Black Coffee won a Grammy award. They'd be like, he's the first black South African to win a Grammy. And I'm thinking, Black Coffee is a better musician than many musicians in America. He has been better than most of them many years. And he has been winning summer awards, South African Music Awards. Now, just because the Grammys are in America doesn't mean that the Americans make better music than anybody else in the whole world. That's a lie. There's a lot of musicians in Africa that are 100 times better than Americans, but they've never won Grammys. So now that they decide 1 year to give Black Coffee a Grammy Award, it is like it is his achievement. No, it is their achievement for recognizing him, not his achievement to be recognized by them, because he's always been better. You understand? He's always been good. It's just that they never recognized him. So they mustn't think that no, so Black Coffee has achieved. No, they have achieved to recognize that there is talent outside America. You understand? So they think that because they are Americans, they are better than everybody else. It's also another thing. The Americans also, they think that they are better than all the other countries. But that's not true. You know, they can cheat us when it comes to music and movies because everybody makes movies every year. And then they will make the Oscars awards. They only nominate Americans and they give each other. Then they say they're the best in the world. Then they will have the World Music Awards, and they will only nominate Americans and a few Canadians and one British, and then they will give themselves. They say they're the best in the world. You hear what I'm talking about? That lie, which is different from the Olympics because you actually have to run. We know the Ethiopians are very good with long distance. It's not like the guys at the International Olympic Committee were like, let us do the Olympics and let's have Ethiopians win. No, they wanted Europeans and Americans to win. But you see, it's difficult to rig that. It's easy to rig the other distances because you put more money in training. 100 meters, 200 meters, train them very well. Then they perform better in the world. But you see, the Ethiopians, they are born running. Their lifestyle of running, heading cattle 20 kilometers to go to school is actually uh, training on itself. So when they go to all the Olympics, the Western world cannot rig that. You know, they like rigging everything. They cannot rig that. They accuse us for rigging elections, but they rig everything. The financial sector, everything they rig. They rig Oscars and the music awards. They say they're the best in the world when they are not. Really, they are not. Okay, like they are not. There's a lot of good musicians in Japan and in Malaysia and in India who are better than Jay-Z or Beyonce. It's just that we do not know them. I mean, Brenda Fassie is better than Beyonce, but because she's not known in America, they wouldn't give her an award. They will say Beyonce is the best in the world. If Beyonce was born in Mogadishu, she wouldn't be known, even if she was starting a staff there. Sasha Fierce in Tanzania. Oh, my single ladies, oh, my single ladies. She's just gonna be the Tanzanian number one. And Americans were like, nah, Beyonce, what kind of a name is that? But because it's there, then they lie, they rig everything. Part of their marketing. So basically, the idea is that you are going to face up against this wall of people who put you in a box. Now, it doesn't matter who you are. You might say, okay, I am white. Just because you're white doesn't mean that you do not have other things about you that people who can belittle you. Okay, you can be a white woman. Okay, other white men will think that they're better than you and they wouldn't listen to you because you're a white woman. Or you could be a white homosexual. You know, other straight people who don't believe that there's anything that can come up of the mouth of a half male, half female. You know, that's not what I'm thinking. That's what they think. See, so we could be You could be white anything. I'm not white, so I do not know the nuances of white people. But I guess they are there. In Europe, I know that you could be a white European from Eastern Europe. They think that you're a less white. Nothing better than can come from you. Can be black. Same thing, tribes. It could be within your own tribe, within your own family. It could be because you are the last born. Those who are older than you think that they are better than you, they think better than you. And they can put you in a box that you are young. You see, it could be anything. So these limitations exist everywhere. So you cannot say, well, I am black, white guys have it better. Well, in that regard, they have it better because they are white, but then there's also other limitations that they also face that you might not be aware of, but they are aware of them. They have got people who put them in boxes, and sometimes we obey those boxes. You understand? And when we obey those boxes, we actually limit ourselves. And when we disobey those boxes and we try to break them, you break their heart, and you make them furious. Oh, the people that put you in that box, the people that believe they are better than you, in whatever shape or form. Some might be people who are your seniors at work. They think that because they've got a better position at work than you, nothing good must come out of you because they are the ones who were promoted. It's just crazy ideas that these people have. So that is why I used to wonder why someone would attack you when maybe you're pursuing, let's say you're working at a garage, okay? You've got a supervisor at a garage, and then you're writing music, whatever, you want to record music, you want to be a musician. You would have your supervisor in a garage jealous of a music career, even though they're not even doing music themselves. Do you understand? It is because they are better than you at work, or they're higher than you at work. They think that therefore it means that you must never do anything that they cannot do or have not done, because the fact that they were promoted before you, it is God speaking to the universe to say that they are better than you. They will always be better than you. And every time you want to achieve something, you must go through them because they have been anointed to be better. And you must know your place. I hate that thing. And a lot of people use it. They say you must know your place. Let me tell you something, you who are listening up to here. Don't listen to that nonsense. They must know their place, which is to shut up and let you be who God wanted you to become. You see, here's the thing. You can become anything. You can find a cure for cancer even if you are a Zambian. You can become the next Tesla. You can become the next Albert Einstein. You can become the richest man in the world, no matter which poorest corner of the world you're coming from. And do not be limited by people who will tell you that, no, stick to that, stick to your lane, you must know your place. No, the reason why they say that is because they're intimidated that you might just succeed. And when you succeed, you make them feel bad on the inside because they will realize that they are not really that which they thought they were. That is their problem. And it is not your problem. So the takeaway here is this thing. You're going to go ahead and achieve, whether they like it or they don't like it. In fact, another takeaway is that they are not going to like it. Even though they say whether they like it or they don't like it, they will not like it. Including the people that you are trying to help as you are going towards that success. they will not like it. If you're going to find the cure for HIV/AIDS, the people themselves that have got HIV will not like it as you work towards that success themselves. If you are finding a cure for this pandemic, the people that have it, they will not like it. If you are finding a cure for this global poverty, the poor people will not like you to succeed so that you can take them out of poverty. Not because they don't want to get out of poverty, but they don't want the answers coming from you. You understand? Because you make them feel less. Because in their mind, they have this drummed up idea that they are all that and they're everything. Everything must come from them. And everybody must value them. They are the valuable ones. They are the ones who are in the right position to be given stuff by God. So I realized that I must stop telling people that God said God, because they believe that God cannot speak to me because I am too small, too insignificant for God to bother. No, they believe that God speaks to big people. But you see, if you read the Bible very well, Jesus talks about the kingdom of heaven, and a man threw out a dinner, invited all the nobles. And the nobles didn't come, they were busy. Some said that they were marrying their children, some said they are extending their houses. And then the Bible says, and the man sent out his servants, take all the beggars in the streets, all the homeless people to come for the dinner. You see, God does first and foremost go to those that are on top. I've recognized that. Even as a prophet, I've seen the hand of God, how God moves. He starts with the nobles and he extends his hands to the nobles. Just like I've been prophesying to the people in that party in Zimbabwe, those nobles that are running the Zimbabwean nation. But as God is extending their hand through me, they will not listen because they are all busy with self-importance. Understand? A time is gonna come when God will stop extending his hand to them and start extending the hand to those that are in the streets who are nothing. And those are the ones that will hear the word of the Lord. And when God starts speaking to useless people like me, to poor people like me, we are wondering, when did he skip you, noble ones? He did come to you. You ignored him. Therefore, he came to the lesser ones like us. You see, the reason why you think you are better is because God elevated you one way or the other. The reason why you and everybody else thinks that you are better than all of us is because God elevated you at some point. Now that you are elevated now, you are too special and too important even for him. When he speaks to you, you don't listen. Therefore, he leaves you and he goes to other people who are less than you. And then you get jealous when he uses people that are less than you. Because when he came to you, you refused. You refused to be used of him. Do you understand? Now he will lose those that are available. You see, so don't be jealous of me. God uses me because I'm available. If you want him to use it, to be available yourself. Avail yourself to him. Holy is that. Don't play. Okay. By the way, I said I want to dummy this thing down because I think sometimes it gets too aggressive. Not that it is my aggression. Most of the aggression is really the aggression of the Lord. But the thing is, I am the wrong package. I recognize. I'm the package that people do not recognize. So let them hear God from there. People will talk there. Okay, if they could listen. But let's stop this video for now. Thank you for watching.